Alright, let me start this off real quick. Solo leveling is bad for society. Yeah, I said it. If that sentence just made you mad, congratulations. You're exactly the person who needs to hear this the most. We live in a time where people would rather watch a fictional dude level up in a dungeon than fix their posture, stop doom scrolling, or finally touch grass. But sure, let's all simp over Jin-Woo becoming god tier while you can't even do 20 push-ups or walk up the stairs. And before you comment, but I can walk upstairs and I can do 22 push-ups actually. Jokes aside, let's get serious and let me explain how this anime is actively ruining people in society. Look, escapism isn't new. People have been doing it for centuries. Books, movies, video games. But solo leveling? That's not just escapism. That's power fantasy crack cocaine. It's dopamine fast food for people who've stopped chasing real growth because fiction makes it too easy. The formula is so predictable, it's basically a checklist. Get bullied. Check. Random power-up. Check. Become broken as hell in like 3 chapters. Check. Suddenly every girl wants you. Check. Society now respects you because you can punch demons really hard. Check. It's every insecure guy's wet dream. And here's the catch. The more you watch it, the more you feel like you've done something, even though you haven't moved an inch. It tricks your brain into thinking you've leveled up while you're just leveling out. Let's be real. People don't just watch solo leveling. They insert themselves into it. Yo, I'd be like Jin-Woo too if I got that system fur. No, you wouldn't. You'd die in tutorial mode. But the problem isn't even that you think that. The problem is how this fantasy starts replacing actual ambition. You feel like you're improving just because you're watching someone else succeed. But that's not your win. That's someone else's script. And this is where it gets dangerous. Every time you get that dopamine hit from watching Jin-Woo clap a demon general, your brain rewards you like you did something. So when it's time to study, hit the gym, or have a hard convo with your boss, your brain's like, let's just watch chapter 147 instead. You're getting chemically rewarded for watching fake growth while your real self stays stuck. You know what's scary about solo leveling and manhwas like it? They're efficient. No filler. Just straight dopamine. 3 pages in, you're already watching the main character awaken. That's why you tell yourself, just 1 more chapter. That turns into 30 more. And then 3 hours are gone. Time you could have spent writing, working out, calling your mom, or building a skill. Gone. And yeah, I get it. Leisure is important. Absolutely. But excess is the enemy. Leisure becomes decay when it stops being rest and starts becoming avoidance. Solo leveling isn't bad because it's fiction. It's bad because it's engineered to hijack your drive and turn you into a passive observer of someone else's rise. And the longer you binge that, the less likely you are to chase your own. Here comes the most common response. Yo, you can say this about anything. You do too much of anything. It's bad. This argument is a nothing burger. Congrats, you just proved my point. Yes, the problem is overconsumption. But you're acting like solo leveling is just any content. It's not. Solo leveling and stories like it are purpose-built to addict you. Fast arcs, insane power spikes, zero consequence, instant gratification. There's no challenge to overcome as a reader. You don't sit with discomfort. You just ride a power trip on autopilot. Reading too much Shakespeare won't rewire your brain to think you're King Lear. Reading too much. Solo leveling literally makes you feel like you're growing, even when you're just lying in bed covered in Dorito dust. So no, this isn't just any hobby. It's a perfectly polished fantasy treadmill that makes you feel like you're moving while you're standing still. Let's not forget the gym propaganda in these stories. Jin-Woo does 100 push-ups and suddenly he's shredded like he's been training for Mr. Olympia. And then, what happens? You get motivated for 3 days, go to the gym twice, and then quit when you don't have a 6-pack by Thursday. These shows sell results without real effort. It conditions you to expect growth without grind, so you bounce from one fantasy to another instead of grinding out your own arc in real life. Look, solo leveling is fun. It looks great. It's hype, but it's also lying to you. It tells you life will just hand you a system. That one day you'll just awaken and everything will fall into place. It's seductive. It's exciting. But it's also a trap. Because in real life, nobody's coming to awaken you. No system, no magic, no shortcut. just you, and whether you actually show up or not. So yeah, maybe you're not weak because of solo leveling, but if you let it keep feeding your brain fake victories, if you let it replace real effort with a lazy high, then sorry, that weakness, that's on you. Anyway, that's my rant. I'm not telling you to delete your webtoon app and become a monk. I'm saying, wake up, enjoy fiction, but don't live in it. Because while Jin-Woo was leveling up in his world, you've been sitting in the same chair, scrolling, waiting, wasting. Let me know your thoughts down below. Or don't. Keep reading your next manhwa chapter. Just don't lie to yourself. Your real life arc is still stuck on chapter 1, and only you can change that.